fix my change real quick. What you mean you don't know how I'm stepping? What you mean you don't know what I'm repping? I'm good in my hood like they call me the blessing. You jacking my side, you gotta come and check in. That's the way it get hectic.
By EA Sports. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The new era of Carolina football begins. The Panthers and Falcons underway to begin 2023. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Here we go.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Ready?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. So our game here, one of 8 games in total on this opening weekend that is a divisional matchup. And listen, you look at this NFC South, new coach and quarterback on the other sideline for Carolina, new quarterback in New Orleans, new QB in Tampa.
Ready.
All of a sudden, Desmond Ridder, Charles, is the lone established veteran quarterback in the division.
I like how you said established there. I think in the elastic sense of the word, he's the established veteran. But he is the guy that returns to his team from last year and is leading them. This division is going to be wide open. And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. It'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Set, hut. Ready?
Off the play fake, Young. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Shot, 17. Hut.
The play fake, now Young. And he's going to go down. Back in his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
That's taking it around the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Now Ritter to throw on first down. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Ritter now. A quick throw, but incomplete. Drake London, his intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Come on, set.
Working from the gun, Ritter. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
On the ready.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. They'll look to throw here. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. But both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready?
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Strike 60. Ready?
A quarterback draw. Here's Young. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Young on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate. So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson to the 43, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6.
Ready.
Here's Ritter. Throw left side, there's London. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Now here's Bradley Pinion now.
Bradley Pinion in punt formation.
And this will be taken at the 13. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. One of the more impressive punt returns you will see. That one from 87 yards away. And the Panthers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Ritter's throw complete to Hollins.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Set, ready. Hut, hut.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
At the 45-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Ritter back to throw.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Gets past one man. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
10 cycles.
And they just get the play off. Now Young. His throw incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Hey, computer.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Young. And he's got Hurst as tight end. And he is is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 3. They got 6. Plenty enough for the conversion on 4th.
Striker, 3-3. Hut.
Now Young. And he floated one out there, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Ultra. Watch out now. 50 series.
It's a second down run with Sanders.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Come on, set.
Young off the play fake. And that's complete to Sanders. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Another completion there. We think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Young now. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Down.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Set, ready.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Ready.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Into the hands of London.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Fielded at the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Ready, go.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Young to throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And take it right on the 30. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Let's go.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Option left, and Ritter keeps it.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Ritter to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Let's go now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Trouble, 38. Set, cut.
They go play action. Young.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
On the toss, here's Robinson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Ready, set.
2nd and 14.
Fight, 97. Ready, ready.
Again, it's Robinson. But a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Ready.
Ritter.
Short throw to Smith. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Derek Brown in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Okay,
A
ready?
big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Set.
Back to throw, Ritter. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post,
and that'll bring him back within 4.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
This taken in at the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Carolina. So how about the game he's having? He had the punt return earlier for a touchdown. Now the kick return to balance things out.
And oftentimes, guys who are on punt return and kickoff return, many of them are the same guys. And they're devoted to a return guy who can break big plays. And when that happens and they know it's there, they're going to block that much harder and be that much more skillful, as well as utilizing his talents. And this is what you get. Punt return, kick return, a huge game.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On play action, here's Ritter.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Let's go. Ready.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
52 blaster. Ready.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Ready?
It's Young off play action. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, Young. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one goes for 24 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
3-3. Set.
Off the play fake, Young. And Shark calls it in. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Down. Ultra. Go ultra. Check smash. Ready.
Sanders going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Looking to throw, Young. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Next to score, Panthers 24, Falcons 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Ritter off the play fake.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
In motion left goes a tight end.
Ready.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Ready.
Ritter now.
And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Clock 10.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Young from the shotgun. Able to complete this to Chenault. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
43 rail. Steal. Check steal. Set.
Up the middle they go with Sanders.
Arnold Ebiketie gets there for the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down.
Set.
Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. Here's Young. Eluding the pressure right. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's fourth. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. He's to the 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd down and 12.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things down.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Blue strike. Cut.
Ritter back to throw.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Ready.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 1.
Trouble, 38.
Throwing, Young. In trouble, and he's taken down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go now.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Young on 3rd and 2.
Connection made with Chenault. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Young running the option left. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this week 1 contest.
Sanders toss left side. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Down.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
Ritter going to change it up.
At the 34-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick slant, that's caught by the 5'11" Landry. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. 2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Ready?
Ritter with it after the play fake. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's...
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. This is taken at the 10. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Dalton and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 15.
He'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
Another run with Sanders. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
3rd down. A shot here for Dalton. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
A beautiful fake. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's Ritter.
He's got Smith here. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line.
Shot, 17.
Ritter.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. As he'll wind up getting close to 10 yards there. They only needed 1 on 4th and 1.
Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter.
And this is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Ready.
Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Ritter to throw it.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
For the Falcons field goal, a 29-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Ready. Ready.
Now Ritter to throw on 1st down.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Back to throw, Ritter.
Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
On the set.
It's like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine